Hello guys, Mr. Chocolate King back here again. This is a second tech. You saw the title of the video. Do you believe that we'll get a brand new Hajime Ippo game? Is there a chance for a new game on the horizon for the PS5 or PS4? It doesn't matter what it comes out on. A brand new game is a brand new game in my opinion. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna say no. And it's pretty messed up because the volume sell millions and things like that, and it's just, I don't really see a new game happening, but it is an alternative possibility, which I'll get into later. But overall, just like, if there were to be a new game, alright, if there be a new game, I want everything. I want broken jaws, I want messed up elbows, I want broken ribs, I want knocked out teeth and seen a mark guard fly across the arena. I want it all, baby. I want it all. And this is like, you can catch a concussion, just like have the whole screen go wishy-washy. Someone could rupture your eardrum, and it would just be like, you have that same fuzzy effect. Or someone swells your eye up shut, and like half of the arena goes black, and you can't see nothing. Broken ribs could inhibit how fast you can punch, or how can you punch in general. It's just, there's so many ways you can go, Johnny. There's so many ways. And with the whole broken jaw thing, it wouldn't stop you from fighting at all, but it's just like there would be like a slight side effect. And then like in the corner, man, you gotta heal yourself up and gotta find out someone to keep on fighting with the broken hand and things like that. You're gonna ruin your hand online. No, I gotta keep going, coach. I gotta keep going. And this is like you can further extend like the story mode thing with the manga pages, all the way to the point like where Ippo's retired, and that'd be the end of the game. Have adding characters like Richard Bison, Mike Elliott, the old veteran fighter that fought AJ Dante Takei, but he just get in there deep and just uppercut him. And it's just, we're not talking about a normal game. I'm talking about fully redoing the controls. I'm talking about just with Ippo, just using the right joystick, just to move back and forth, and that's how you control, how you bob and weave, and then L3, you going deep, liver blow, dip zero. You'll be monstrous. You'll be beastly. It's just like with Misha, but you better control the flickers and just like the intensity of the flickers itself. Would it be those hardcore, like guard breaking flickers that he was using against Shinobu, or be them light flickers that can just bust to your guard, or you'd be like them lacerating flickers that he used against Kimura, or would still you better control the smash and the velocity and the ferocity of your punches. There'd be so much. I don't care if I gotta sacrifice how many characters are in the game. If we have a chance for DLC, darn it, then let's do it. And do it with the costumes. I want all the sparring costumes, alright? I want the full-on clothes sparring costume, the long sleeve Mishima costume. I don't care if you can just get the casual clothes on a fishing boat Ippo with boxing gloves on. The customization will be there. Create a character. It'll be the full 9 yards of a game. Full 9 yard concept gallery, behind the scenes, the full 9 yards, $60, collector's edition, and it'll just, of course, the great Takamura challenge mode. But there'll be so much to add, and there'll be so many things to do, so many effects and after effects, the broken ribs, the broken jaw. It'll be so much that it's just like it'll be the end all of all the Hajime Ippo games, and after this it'd be like 60% anime, like 30%. It'd be 60% anime, 20% the PS3 game, and 20% of whatever I could throw at it. And it'll be beastly. Each character will have their own controls. Besides, like the creative character would just mimic somebody else. And sure, some characters might be copy and paste like a May to a certain degree, as far as he's not too in depth. But it'll be a monstrous game, and it'll be a monstrous task to do. But in my opinion, it'll be worth it. It'll just be a one game ordeal. It'll be a beastly. It'll be savage, and it just. What more would you be able to want? It's just like the ultimate Hajime Ippo game, the end all be all with all your characters. And sure, there could only be an English dub to a certain point, but I'll throw them in there. I like the English dub, so you get the both versions with the subtitles of both, and it's just it'll be the end all be all Hajime Ippo games. We finally just have Ralph Anderson in another game. We can have like a young Koagama and Okita and a young Damchi, I think his name, Ward's coach, who also was a coach of Sonata, and also finally get Sonata in the game. And with his like the whole extra ability thing, it's not an awakening. It's more or less like a specific skill that they have. Like with Sonata, be able to target your organs. With Hammer now, you be able to do all types of things to your body, the solar plexus and the liver blow, and it's just there'll be so much, and it'll just be like the ultimate love letter to the Hajime Ippo fans. The end all be all of games. Hopefully be able to throw Mike Elliott, Richard Bison, and a lot of other side characters into the game. Especially you gotta add Shinobu. Of course, Shinobu, a god, must be in the game. And even Randy Boy Jr. And also adding Ernie Gregory, who Takamura thought he was American because he was white. My God, what's wrong with him? But yeah, it'll be the end all be all of Hajime Ippo games. That would just be like the ultimate love letter to the fans if I was to do it. And somebody be like, oh, how would you market it? Pretty simple. You better scratch. I'll scratch it with deal with Toonami. Air season 1 and a new. You can't really air a new challenges since there was no dub, but air season 1 and just like on Toonami and just get the Western fans and international fans entering the game. Have like a big reveal like E3 the English dub, and maybe like throw English dub with a new challenger in there with a further market the game, and it'll be beastly. It start off like an E3 just like what have I been doing it for? And it just be Takamura going against Brian Hawk with the cutscenes and everything. And that's how I personally make a sequel game. It doesn't have to be that. It can just be a better version of the PS3 game. But it's just like there's so much, man. There's so much that you can throw in there as a, and it'd be so much. But the sad reality is, in my opinion, like I was saying, the more likely suggestion would be it would just be a PS4 port of the original game. The original PS3 game with some extra characters, and that would be pretty much it. It's a PS3 game, extra characters with a slightly extended story. It's a port of the PS3 to the PS5 of the Hajime Ippo game, maybe with a slightly refined combat system like they did with Godzilla, the Godzilla game that came out in the PS3 like 2014, and then they made like a PS4 version of Versus, even that version online wasn't right. And I don't know how the split screen would work with the whole you're missing half of the screen. I don't know how exactly that would work, but we can work that in there. We can work it in there, Johnny. But yeah, that's how I personally would make the game. And it's one of those things where just like it's more than likely that we won't see the game, a new Hajime Ippo game, or we'll just get a port of the PS3 version with some slightly reworked mechanics and with a few new characters. That's pretty much it. But the PS3 version didn't have a lot of characters. I never played it myself because I could order the port, but I don't really trust eBay, and I'm not going to go on Amazon again because the only thing it does is lie to you. They told me the package would show up on Monday, it showed up on Sunday, and then it's just like, oh, one moment it's supposed to be showing up on Wednesday, next moment it's showing up next week on the 17th. Nope, that was a lie. It's going to show up on Friday. What? Make up your mind. How come a person, Jeff Bezos, who makes millions, can't get his website to work correctly, and then customer service? And it is what it is. It is what it is. But overall, to sum it up, I don't believe that we begin a new Hajime Ippo game anytime soon, and it's very sad because I love the franchise, and I really want a game, especially for like a Western release of the game, for everybody to be able to enjoy it. But I just personally just don't see that happening. And it's sad, and I wish it could be another way. I really do, but it's just there's no guarantee of a new game, and if there is, it's just I just hope that it'll be. And even if it's not an English dub, I'll just take an English sub. I'll take that, and it's just. But what are the chances of it happening? Who knows? But let me know you guys thought. Do you believe a new Hajime Ippo game is in the works or will ever be developed, or that the control is customized to each specific fighter, or you just think it would just be a slightly refined, upgraded version of the original, or do you just believe it would just be a one-to-one port, or do you believe there are zero chances of a new Hajime game, Ippo game happening at all? Because there's a high chance of that, because they haven't heard anything for a new game in 5 years straight, and not even a PS3 port of the PS3 version of all things. But it's just, then again, we don't know the PS3 sales of that game either, so it's just, maybe the game sell will like they expect it to, or just But I know one thing, one final thing with my game, we'll do the Dempsey Road justice. I'm talking about there'll be blood, mouth guards, and everything flying everywhere. You get to see them jet engines, you actually feel the wind. The wind and the impact of the punches in the PS3 version is just like, man. But in my game, you'll feel that impact just blow, blow, blow. You give somebody that similar more treatment. And these are like after you get like a medical report, they broke their jaw and hand, or you broke their jaw and hand. Oh, you broke your own jaw and hand, or ribs, or just like you don't broke someone's eye socket. And shit, that will only take effect later in the fight, or just mess up your eye like a swelling type thing. But it's just so many ways to go, Johnny. But it's just, I don't know if another game would ever show up though. That's my only thing. That's my only thing. That's my only problem with the whole possibility, and that is just there's no guarantee that another game will show up, which is sad. I really want one, or like a Western port of PS3 version, but I just don't see that happening. But I'd like to know what you guys thought. Do you believe there will ever be another Hajime Ippo game that will come to consoles? And even if it does come out, would it ever be a Western release with English subtitles and a translation of the game? And this release over here, or do you believe that Hajime Ippo should be re-put on Toonami market, or things like that? Do you believe anything I say? If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. This has been a madman just recording the video. You've been Shockwave King. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinion. Peace.